Petty thief ni ile mwizi mdogo. Sasa mimi nashindwa, hata kama iko mwizi mdogo na hajulikani, mwizi ile mkubwa zaidi anaweza ongea mambo ya mwizi mdogo? Huyu William Ruto amepatiwa nafasi kama mfisadi zaidi namba 2 katika dunia nzima. He is the second most corrupt leader in the world. Tena wewe Kasongo unasema ati kuna wezi wadogo. Wewe ni mwizi ya mashamba ya Wamasai.
The political battlefield between President William Ruto and his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has reached a new intensity, with both leaders launching sharp accusations against each other in a public exchange that reveal the depth of their fallout since their 2022 election victory together. The confrontation began on Tuesday, February 10th, when Gachagua addressed media representatives at the Democracy for Citizens Party headquarters in Nairobi. The DCP leader accused the government of mismanaging public funds and failing to allocate adequate resources to drought response efforts. He claimed that 4 billion shillings recently set aside for drought mitigation was insufficient to address the crisis affecting the northern Kenya. Gachagua further alleged that leaders from the affected area were engaging in plundering public funds at the expense of suffering residents. He criticized the government for neglecting the northern Kenya and called for ongoing drought to be declared a national disaster to unlock local and international aid. President Ruto responded on Thursday, February 12, during a visit to Mandera County for the disbursement of startup capital under the North Star program. The head of state dismissed Gachagua as the least qualified person to speak on matters relating to food and relief distribution. Ruto claimed that Gachagua was once sacked from his position as a district officer for stealing relief food meant for vulnerable families. The president stated that Gachagua had no moral authority to tell anybody anything on matters of relief food because of his alleged past record. Ruto added that some people were given job to do but ended up messing everything and decided to trade in relief food at the expense of vulnerable families. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki reinforced his superior position during the PSM tour, questioning Gashagua's fitness to address drought-related issues. Kindiki stated that meaningful support for northern Kenya should have come while Gachagua still held office, not after leaving government. The deputy president claimed that Gachagua was dismissed from his past position for stealing food meant for drought relief and therefore lacked moral authority to give lectures on drought mitigation. He cautioned against popularization of the drought, which has left the lives of more than 3 million Kenyans at risk. The national government announced it had disbursed over 10 billion shillings in the past 3 months to ensure adequate and consistent supply of essentials such as food, water, medical supplies, livestock feed, vaccines, and other non-food items. Gachagua delivered his response on Saturday, February 14 at Melilward in Narok County, Narok North constituency, during an homecoming ceremony for Martin Ole Kamwaro. The DCP leader dismissed the relief food theft allegedly as petty and unfounded political propaganda. He questioned how a bigger thief could thought about smaller thieves, suggesting that President Ruto lacked the moral authority to label others as corrupt. Gachagua accused the president of unlawfully acquiring land designated for the Ma community, claiming such action had undermined peace and eroded trust within the Ma community. He cited a specific alleged land grab, including 2,800 acres at Kibichko that he claimed was sold to Kenya Pipeline for 3 billion shillings, land at Joseph Murumbi's property in Kilgoris, and a parcel in Narok Town, Davibi, and along Langata Road. The former deputy president further alleged that President Ruto produced 2 title deeds for the Mau Mau forest, one for the county government and another for himself. He asserted that the Maasai community had suffered greatly since Ruto assumed office because their land was stolen. Gachagua made a campaign plea that if he is elected as president in 2027 polls, he would repossess all alleged stolen land within 6 months and return it to its rightful owners. He urged the Maasai community not to elect leaders who had demonstrated a lack of goodwill on sensitive issues like land ownership and community rights. Several members of a parliament accompanied Gachagua at the Narok rally, signaling the growing political alignment against the current administration. Kathiani MP Robert Mbui, Kigumo Member of Parliament Joseph Munyoro, Gajada North MP Onesmus Gongoyo, Embakasi North MP James Kaguya, Naivasha MP Jane Kiara, West Kibwezi West MP Jusi Kambalu, and other opposition legislatures attended the event. Ngongoyo urged the Maasai community to unite behind DCP, describing the party as a new political home that guarantees their voice in national leadership.